fantastic. He's from Boston. Put your hands together for Ben Hermann. Ben!
I didn't tell her I was from Boston. Erica, I'm sorry that message made you uncomfortable, but the You Eat Korean guy works like 60% of the time, so So I'm a comedian, surprise. And when you tell people you're a comedian, a couple things happen. Number one, the woman you were just flirting with teleports away. Just disappears, bam, like Nightcrawler. Second thing that happens is people ask you, well, what'd your parents think about that? Did they support you? Which is not a question anyone ever asks my sister, the doctor. But they should. Have you ever had a doctor explain what they do every day? They're like, yeah, I had to save people's lives. I've had 2 hours of sleep in the last 2 months. All I ever want to do is spread the joy of laughter. And people are like, how could you be so irresponsible with your career decisions? My parents did support me. Surprise. They supported me from the very beginning. And honestly, it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's a little overrated, if I'm honest. Because, you know, the thing about being a comedian is, like, a big part of it is proving your parents wrong, you know? Pettiness and spite are wonderful fuels for your career, I'll tell you. But I didn't get that. I was robbed of that. I was ready for it. I was prepared. I sat them down, I had everything practiced out, ready for this fight for years. I said, Mom, Dad, I've made a very important decision. I'm gonna be a comedian. And they said, what a wonderful idea, you're very funny. And I said, well, don't try to talk me out of it. They said, we're so excited to see what this journey holds for you. And I said, no, because being an engineer was your dream, Dad. He said, son, for the last time, I'm not an engineer, I'm a database administrator. I said, Dad, why do you always have to support me on everything? You're ruining everything. Sometimes they're a little aggressive. You know, it comes from love, but it's a little much. I'll get done with the show, you know, and they'll be like, Ben, what a wonderful show. You are so great. All those other comedians are nothing compared to you. They're not funny. They're garbage. And as right as they are, it feels rude to say it out loud, right? Let's keep that in the head. But I know where that comes from. You know, I come from a sports family. They're not an arts family, they're a sports family. There's a lot of aggression, a lot of passion in sports. And they have to do that now because I couldn't give them to that as a kid. I tried, okay? I'm not good at sports. People think I'm good at sports because I like to work out. I'm not. I'm good in sports at the same way Ted Cruz is Hispanic, right? It makes sense on paper, but in practice, not so much, right? Do you have any idea? So I owe my parents a good comedy career. Do you have any idea how many Saturdays they gave up so they could watch me not play baseball? All the other parents are like, run the base, hit the ball, home run. My dad's like, Ben, don't eat that many sunflower seeds, you spoil your lunch. Oh, so now they come to the show, they're excited. They've got all this passion for me, right? They don't even come to the show and laugh. My dad shows up with a big foam finger. Right, he chants in the audience, set up, punchline! Making little chants like, build them up, set them up, our expectations, build them up, set them up, our expectations, subvert, our expectations, subvert. It's good stuff. My sister, the doctor, is not just any doctor, she's a brain surgeon.
Oh, boy.
So she wins! Nothing I do matters anymore. People ask our parents, what do your kids do? Well, our oldest is a brain surgeon. End of that conversation. Nothing else has to be said. Nothing of interest could ever follow that. Do you have any idea what it's like to live with every single one of your accomplishments, past, present, and future, completely overshadowed? It's amazing. It's awesome. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Because I'm done. I'm done. I don't have to do anything. I'm out in LA straight chilling. I don't got to accomplish none of my hopes and dreams. She did all the work for me. She's a neurosurgeon.
Wow.
She's performed operations in 4 separate countries on 3 separate continents. I wasted $100,000 on a theater degree. Thanks to her, I still average out to be like a dentist. I'm doing great. She can take her 8 years of residency in Florida. I'm about to get really into LSD, okay? I'll tell you about that. Thank you so much. I'm Ben Hermann.